Such a serious look.
It is. I'm actually at the ANMP. Mary Jo and Juanita are in there taking notes. Um, I'm recording it because it's more used social media. But Al's in Barcelona, I believe. I have a video to show from him. So I am doing the call. So far, you could see all the
Wow.
pages. That's Mary Jo's notes up until today. But I have some stuff we're gonna give that you guys have an opportunity to take part of this. It's probably been the best ANMP ever. And I've been to about 6 or 7 of them. And
Wow.
for those of you who don't know, ANP is the Association of Network Marketing Professionals.
Okay.
So it's a safe zone. Nobody knows what company anybody else is from, but it's a lot of learning of what's working right now. So we'll wait
That'd be
about
good
another
information to
minute.
know.
Yeah. Very good.
Your audio is a lot different.
Well, I have my earbuds in.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. It's just different.
Okay. Yeah, because my earbuds are in. There's Sabine, my what's the word I would use for her? My octopus eating person.
I take it you enjoy seafood?
I don't. Well, I do, but I am not a octopus eating. I tried it.
So no calamari for you.
I like calamari.
Oh,
I
you
just
do?
don't like octopus. Seeing those tentacles on the
It's a very close cousin.
yes, but you know what? You try it,
Yep. Yep. It's
and
always
that's what you do.
It was a great evening, Lydia. It was a great
It
evening.
was. It was a lot of new stuff, and so well, welcome to our Saturday call, Huddle call. Next week will be our Super Saturday. Al is still in, I think, Spain or Barcelona. And I know Dr. Nugent yesterday was it UK?
Now, what I think is he is in Portugal, Albala,
Okay.
and Dr. Nugent is right now in the UK.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And Luciano's in Boston.
That is very true. It's very rainy and very cold.
Well, it's very sunny here. As I said earlier, I'll just recap. Mary Jo and I are at the ANMP, and I'm going to tell you if you guys ever get a chance, attend. It's really good.
How often do they do it? Is it yearly?
Yearly, every
Oh.
yearly. And normally it's at this time of year, but I would say that this one has been the best one ever.
Hmm.
And when we registered, we got a bag of books. So we'll have some new books. But I'm going to start off playing a video since they had a meeting, I believe, yesterday. And they had 25 brand new people attend a meeting. So he is doing a lot of one-on-one meetings today because they had Dr. Nugent there. So great stuff. But let me share this video with you.
Renee.
Hello everyone, this is Al Bala coming to you live from Lisbon, Portugal. It's Saturday here already, Saturday afternoon, but I was asked to just send you a quick message on what is going on, things that are very relevant at this time of Mannatech's history. Just spent quite a few days traveling around with Dr. Nugent, which has been incredibly successful. and a few insights I wanted to bring to you based on the time I've spent both here in Portugal and Spain, but also just being around Dr. Nugent and watching the response that I've seen for people here. So first of all, the longevity message is resonating very strongly. I know most of you have seen that presentation from Dr. Nugent, and you know what I'm talking about. But basically, if you were to summarize it, imagine that being on Ambertos for 12 weeks could literally alter your biological life up to 10 years. That's a very strong statement, and one that many people here are taking at heart. Obviously, Europe has an aging population. The percentage here in Portugal is 24.5% of the population is considered an aging population. And we know that in the rest of Europe, those trends are pretty similar. So definitely it highlights the huge potential that we have in this marketplace with a very strong message directly related to our main science, which is the glycans, our main hero product, which is Ambertos. So I think very strong message, something that a lot of people here are paying very much attention to. A lot of people are looking to, actually approach longevity centers, and there's many of them sprouting all over the world, and to make Ambertos, to make glycans a part of the message. Now, you also probably know that this message has been supported by a concept called glycan age, which is an actual test that people can take to determine their biological age, and there is hundreds of thousands of tests already run that demonstrates very clearly that your glycan profile has a major, a major effect on what your actual real age is. So that's a strong message. The other message is obviously glycan 4FX. I've had a chance to listen to Dr. Nugent talk about it a couple of times. Lots of excitement around that. Again, very connected to the idea of longevity and mobility, bringing something that is truly a blue ocean opportunity out into the marketplace. This will be launched on Monday, and you'll be hearing quite a bit about it. And I believe that that's also quite an amazing product to go to the market with. A product that can be discussed very easily because it has a quick action, 4 days possibly to see some results. That's why it's called Glycan 4FX, and that's something we haven't had. Again, it goes along with our liver reset, which is a little longer to see those results, but we can measure results. We can see what the products actually do for people. So Glycan FX will be a very strong tip of the spear type of a product that we're going to be using to bring people into our world, the world of glycans, the world that we have been, talking about, and certainly we have pioneered over the last 32 years. So I think those things are really, really critical. Just to give you an idea, in Portugal, we had over 25 people at the meeting that this was their very first Mannatech meeting. So I really believe that when the message is put out there in the right way, we will attract more people because people are definitely looking for solutions in health, but also solutions in finance. I spent a whole day yesterday following up with a lot of these people. And when you ask the question, basically what really caught your attention, there's no question that our science, our stability as a company really weighs strongly in why people want to be a part of Mannatech. But I think also they see the potential of the marketplace that we're going after. So some very exciting things to see unfold over the next few weeks, few months. And obviously we have absolutely the same opportunities in North America and the rest of the world to leverage these new things, the new story about longevity, the new story on mobility, and just our story in general. I'm finding that Core 4, when well explained, is also a very strong message. People understand this concept of a lifestyle, which means that you don't just get on the product for a month or 2 or 3, you get on the products for life. So it is a lifestyle for life of, supplementing on the key areas of nutrition, protection, regulation, and communication. So just to let you know that it doesn't matter where we go, on whatever side of the pond we are, Mannatech has a strong message that can be leveraged. So I hope this is helpful to you. Kind of a global status update, but one that really definitely, makes total sense in North America for all of you, because this is the message that you have, and probably the message you are the most trained and ready for. So I believe that that's a good thing, and I hope that you have a great, wonderful Saturday. We're about to just have a quick bite to eat here before I meet with Vincent and Yolandi, who are also just landed here yesterday, so we can debrief on this past Friday's event in Lisbon. But certainly, obviously, you've been watching all the excitement of all the things that are happening around the world. Still a few more days to take advantage of double points, so let's go for it. And I look forward to seeing you guys all again next Saturday. I'll be back home in Dallas, and we will again have an opportunity to share some of these insights from our trip abroad this last 2 weeks. We'll talk to you soon. We love you all. Have a great Saturday, and let's have a great end of the month. Bye-bye.
Great. Did that excite anybody?
Yes.
Okay, I was hoping it would excite
Super
someone
excited.
there.
Super excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have a lot of it is going to be a June to remember. So remember, as Al says, we do have still the double PV. How many of you guys have taken advantage of the double PV?
Mhm.
Awesome. As of, even though we're at the conference, I got 2 phone calls yesterday to do 2 signups.
Nice.
So those are the calls I'm gladly to take. So next of all, who was on the Manago training this week? Manago has been relaunched. I will probably next week do a training for you guys, open it up to all of Mannatech on Manago. I have been getting some questions because I also use ACE. Will I continue to do both? And my answer is yes, because there's features I just learned this weekend here that I'm going to implement in ACE. So you can do them together.
You're going to implement it in ACE?
In ACE, yeah.
I don't even
So
know.
I still like ACE, but use Manago. It's free for you guys. If you want to go to a next level, that's why I'm using ACE.
Yeah, we need to talk.
Yeah. And so we definitely do. So a few weeks ago, Al talked about this book.
Hey, Lydia, can I interrupt you
Yes.
for a second before
Yes.
we transition into the book and kind of piggyback on what Al was saying?
Go ahead.
He's sitting there with it. I just want you guys to see something, And I know I'm just barging in and kind of maybe keep my mouth shut, but I think this is going to be good. So indulge me for a few seconds here. So when you ask, are you excited? I'm extra excited because those people that he's working in my organization. So yeah, I'm super excited, And the same thing happened in Spain, and they had 30 some odd people on there. So yeah, I'm super excited. But I'm not trying to tell you how excited I am because my group. I'm trying to make a point I'm going to make is this: how many of you have people in your organization from other countries? 2? Okay, Sabine, you don't count. I'm just kidding. Of course you count. You're from another country, Sabine. That's what I meant. I'm saying, and the reason I'm asking you that question is because, guys, this is a huge opportunity that we're missing here, sitting in the United States of America and Canada. I'm talking to you too, Amanda. Because look, what is the biggest reason that people don't build in this industry? Is because of prospecting.
Yeah.
It's because you don't have enough people to speak to, right? If you had a list of 100 people, you show 100. If every month you had a list of 100 people, you could show at least 50% every month, right? Okay, so if that's the case, how many of you go out and eat at Chinese restaurant, Mexican restaurant, Italian restaurant, German restaurant, Dutch restaurant? I mean, all of us, most of us, anyways, right? Indian restaurant. See, this is a place that I don't remember ever talking about this, but I don't come to all the Saturday meetings. But if you think about it, how many Indian restaurants do you have in your city? Japanese restaurant, Mexican restaurant, Iranian restaurant, Mediterranean restaurant. See, the reason Al is sitting in those countries is because I spoke to some of those people. I went to Barcelona and did meetings there. I went to Portugal and did the meeting there. I went to South Africa. And that was way before Zoom came along. But the way I got to those countries is I actually met people in this country, in the US where I lived. All of those people are backed up by people that I knew here in the US. And that's my point. My point is, guys, if you're out there and you're going to these places, and guess what? When you go to an Indian restaurant, there are people there from India. So if there are people there from India, even though we're not in India, the question should be, hey, listen, I'm expanding my business around the world. I'm going to be looking to expand in India down the road. I would love to have coffee, chat with you. So maybe I can explain to you what I'm doing. Maybe you can help me out. Maybe you can be one of my key people to help me out as we're looking to expand in your country. Guys, how many people would say yes to that? Everybody, they don't know where you're expanding. You're expanding your business, right? If I come to you and say, hey, Derek, I'm using you as an example, Derek. I say, hey, Derek, I understand you're from South America. Oh, yeah. Hey, listen, Derek, I know I'm not really expanding there yet, but, I have a business. I'm always in expansion mode. I know I'm going to be there sometimes. Hey, would you like, would it interest you to maybe for us to get together and just so I can show you what I'm doing? Maybe down the road you can help me as I'm getting ready to go.
Let's do
See,
coffee.
you're not going yet, right? But Derek, my purpose is not to get you to go. It's for me to show it to you so I can say, man, sign me up now because I want to work with you because when we go, we go. You see, guys, when I was in the Amway business, and I continue to go back to Amway business because that's where I come from, 16 years there, right? Here's the example. One couple in New Jersey met one couple from India who lived in Charlottesville, North Carolina. That one couple from India, when they opened India, had over 1 million people in the organization. 1 million people in the organization. So I'm not saying that's going to happen to you or that's going to happen to me, but why not keep that option open? Same thing with you, Amanda. If you in Toronto or in Vancouver or in Montreal, there's all kinds of people from everywhere. So if as you and people say, well, how do I know they're from everywhere? Most of them will have an accent like me.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite way to prospect people is that, where's your accent from? Because I have an accent.
Yeah.
When I ask them where's the accent from, they say, I'm from such and such place. Well, I have they'll say, you have an accent too. Where are you from? Guys, that opens the door for me to say, wow, you're from Albania? Hey, guess what? I'm always looking for people from other countries because I'm always expanding my business. I'm not expanding in Albania yet, but I will be in the future. I'd love to talk to you. Maybe we can do something down the road. So, and the reason I'm just saying that is because Al is sitting in Portugal, probably having an unbelievable lunch, but the food in Portugal is it's awesome, And I'm like, you know what? Everybody should experience those type of things, So my advice to you is, as you live in your life, as you're going out to different places and you're hearing people with accent or you're going to places where there's people from other places, talk to them. Tell them, look, Where are you from? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we're open there or if we're not open there. The bottom line is you're always in the expansion mode for your business. And even if you're not there, if I'm not there yet, I'm always expanding my business. We're not expanding right now in your country, but we will be in the future. And I'd love to talk to you, show you maybe how you can take advantage of this. If we're there, if somebody says, well, I'm from Mexico, I say, awesome. I'm expanding my business right now in Mexico. I would love to sit with you and see maybe how you can help me and I can help you. And we can do something together. So I just wanted to throw that out there because, guys, international expansion starts here in the US and Canada, and then it goes outwards to those other places. But also, if you do it here or in Canada, or in your case, Sabine, in the Netherlands, because there's lots of people in the Netherlands from everywhere, you can use the same exact thing. I was just using US and Canada because, but you can be in Netherlands and say exactly the same thing from people of all over the country, and say exactly the same thing. You don't need to go do an elevator pitch and all that stuff. Now, here's the key, though. When they say, hey, I would be interested, don't go tell them everything there. Get the contact information. Hey, what's the best way to connect with you? So you don't want to go, look, think about this. You're looking for 4 CEOs for your company, right? So if you're looking for 4 CEOs for your company, how do you act when you're talking like you're the CEO? You don't go say, well, let me tell you about Black Hands and let me tell you about right there, then and there. No. You go through an interview process, right? So what you do is, let's say I go and I met Shane, and Shane says, hey, I definitely would be interested, and I definitely would want to be working with you. Or at least I'm interested in hearing what you have to say. I'm going to say to Shane, what's the best way to connect with you? And now Shane might say, hey, here's my email address. Awesome, Shane. But you know what? Let me have your phone number because I'll be able to also send you some text messages that's even faster. So I don't put any pressure. I'm going to let them give me whatever they want to give me. But if they don't give me the phone number after they gave me whatever they gave me, I'll say, hey, do you mind jot down your phone number too? Because then I can text you some information that's even faster. Yeah. Or if Shirley says, hey, you know what? I'm interested. And the next question to Shirley is, hey, Shirley, what if I can send you some information, give you a little bit more, and if when you look at it, we will go ahead and have maybe do a Zoom or have a conversation. So I'm not saying nothing to you when we meet, except I want your information, what's the best way to connect with you, and then I'm going to either send you a text or an email. Hopefully, if you get a text, then you can send them a text message, which is even better. Is that helpful? Okay. Awesome. Okay. Just wanted to
That's
throw that
value.
out. Guys.
Yeah.
International is a good way to build your business, but you start here in your country first. Just by asking that one simple question. Hey, where's your accent from? That's it. And go from there.
Well, that was worth the whole call now.
Well, thank you.
That's $1 million. That is $1 million. I'm sitting here at this event, probably 300 to 400 people. A lot of them are making 6, 7, 8, 10 figures. And hearing from their stories. But I want to kick off. So going back, Al talked about this book about a month ago on the call. He heard her at a DSA. The title of the book is Show Up Anyway, Social Media Strategies for the Camera Shy, Time Poor, and Tech Timid. How many of you guys are camera shy, time poor, and tech timid? She spoke yesterday. Well, we went to a 2-hour training she did on Thursday. She spoke yesterday and she shared this video. I want to play it for you because it kind of blew my mind when I watched it.
Wow. That's awesome.
Do you guys grasp what we can do? And you talk about storytelling. So she's given a special here, and I'm going to put a link in the chat. Let me pull it up. She is doing a free challenge. And if you register today or tomorrow, you have VIP access. So you don't have to, it's free. You don't have to pay for it. I'm going to suggest that we all do it. There's the link, and you'll get to, it's a 5-day social activation challenge. How to turn social media into conversations, customer, and recruits. To stop overthinking what to post, show up with more confidence, consistency, turn content and conversation. So I'm going to tell you, do this today. And you have, I've talked to her, you have authority to send it to all your team members.
Awesome.
So, I mean, do this. I talked to Al about it, and Al said, definitely share that. When she was speaking, there's a couple things she said that kind of resonated and hit me. So a lot of us are getting a lot of views on our videos. Views don't matter. Clicks matter. Comments matter. And she talked about what's working in 2026. It used to be views. Conversations, it's what's matter. You need to become relatable, share relatable content. People need to be able to relate to what you're saying. And then she talked about the red thread. Who knows what a red thread is? The red thread are going to be around 3 different topics that you're going to include. Go ahead, Sharon.
Connections. Red thread connections.
Yeah, could be connections. She's doing it as themes.
Themes. Okay.
So it could be about weight loss. It could be about liver. It could be about longevity right now. I know Shirley's really dialed in on. Great job, Derek and Shane. But she said every 3 months, here's what she does. She does her brainstorming session. The first question she asked herself is, what is my business goal? What's my business goal for social media? Is it to get more leads? Is it to get signups? Is it to get connections? Is it to inspire people? Is it to educate people? And the next thing is, who am I speaking to? Because if you're trying to speak to everyone, you're going to speak to no one. I've heard that over and over and over. So we need to figure out who are we speaking to? Some of us have dialed in who they're speaking to. You know, for me, I'm not speaking to the baby boomers. That's not my group. My group is the Gen X. That's where I am. That's my group. And what do you then realize? Think about, what are you helping people with? Are you helping people with longevity, opportunity? And think about, who is your dream customer? What do they like? What do they don't like? Where do they visit? Those are things that you could talk about because it's going to relate to them. Go ahead, Amanda.
Just a question. I did sign up for the challenge, but I'm not really sure what I signed up for. So what is the challenge exactly?
She's going to be teaching you for 5 days how to be posting on social media to get results.
Oh, perfect. When does it start?
It starts in setting up a Facebook group.
9
I think
days,
it-
I see. 9
yeah.
days.
Yep, 9 days.
I'm sorry?
In 9 days. June
It
8th,
starts in 9 days.
a week from Monday.
Okay, and I'm looking at the link and it's got challenge without an E on the end. Is that correct? Just for my team to get the right link?
No, it has the E at the end.
And is that the end of it? The E is
Yes.
the line. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, that is cool.
So you're going to be talking, I'm just looking at the website. Day 1, you're going to learn how to create conversations. Day 2, show the human side. Day 3, simple video content. Day 4, create value people share. And day 5, storytelling without feeling salesy. And then wrapping up with a simple social media plan. I like the word free, so take advantage of it if you choose to, and play full out with it. And then when you're thinking about, let me go back to when you're thinking about your dream customer, here's 3 questions to ask themselves. What keeps them up at night? And you could go into chat and ask chat, what's keeping this group up at night? What questions do they wake up with in the morning? And then she goes on and she talks about asking engagement questions online to get people to talk to you. But as soon as someone responds to your engagement question, you need to respond back to them and ask some other questions. Because right now, the algorithm is looking for people who get length and quality of comments. They want social users. They just don't want you to post and never respond back. Because that's what the platforms are looking for, connection. She said, if you're commenting on others' content, you will be seen. So it's not just about you and what you're posting and commenting back. If somebody comments on yours and you're not a friend of theirs, go check out their page and start commenting on their post. I'm just going through the notes and trying to give you some top questions, top thoughts. Okay, so I'm going to cover some of the highlights from the ANMP. That was a pre-ANMP. So then we started with Gordon Hester, and I've heard him speak a few other times. He's in the network marketing industry. He does a lot of corporate, and he analyzes what's going on in the field. The last couple years, it hasn't always been the positive. It is now positive. This is the time for direct selling. This is the time for us to be a network marketing professional. It's not just something we do. We are a network marketing professional. And then Michelle Barnes spoke, and she was a 6 times single mom, dropped out of law school, and she's a 6 to 10 figure income earner. And these people, if they can do it, we can do it. Or you say, I can do it. And I like this. She said, thoughts and feelings create our action, which create our results. So what do we need to guard? Our thoughts and feelings. And I think I have like 25 pages, so I'm only kind of picking out the highlights. People, this was really cool. People want real products, real opportunities, and real honesty. Tell them what they need to do instead of sugarcoating it. A lot of times we sugarcoat. It's really easy, but we're not honest. People want authenticity. Right now we are in a trust. They kept on using this word, a trust recession because of AI. People want to be able to trust you. Onboarding was a big key. And Justin Prince spoke, teaches people how to become whole from the inside out. And we need to create an economic opportunity, which is, I'm glad that we're working on a new Tuesday night presentation that's about our opportunity. Not our products are great. 21 Day Liver Reset has changed my life. The sweatshirt I'm wearing today, I haven't worn it for 6 years. It's been sitting in the back of my closet. It's now kind of baggy on me. So, but when your habits conflict with your mind, which is your thoughts, they always lose. So we need to start new habits and patterns to avoid any kind of negativity. We always need to be positive. And
Can
you
you
know, one thing
repeat
that
that one, please? That statement, when habits conflict with.
let me go back and pull it up. When habits conflict with your mind, they always lose. And we need to start new habits and patterns to avoid negativity.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then this is, I think we should all type this out, tape it to our laptops, wherever, and see it. We provide hope and opportunity to people. I know we used to teach Al, we could probably tease Luciana about it. There's hope in soap. But we do provide hope for people. Constantly keep that in your mind. That's why you do what you do. So you could tape it to your computer monitor. So whenever you're on your computer, you look at it going, that's what I do. That's why I do what I do. Ray Higdon was there, and he did a great session on closing. So we send somebody a video. What's our first response to them after when we call them back to follow up? What did you like best about the video, right?
Yeah.
His response was, what were you hoping to see in the video? So then that person comes back, goes, maybe more about how to make some money. You need to find out why they said that. You need to try to expand their problem. Then when they say, he says, well, maybe I can help with that. So if it's weight loss, well, maybe I can help with that. It was just changing our words a little bit does wonders. And if it's about money, in his example, he used his daughter was getting married. Well, how are you going to come up with that money? So that was good. I'm gonna skip some of this. How many of you guys have a deep down burning desire to succeed? A lot of people here talked about their why. Our why, we need to know what our why is. Because when it gets tough, things don't happen the way they should, our why is what's going to pull us through. And we've heard that a lot of this stuff, it's kind of like we've heard it so many times, but just getting a new perspective on it was wow. How many of you guys have heard of the book, The Miracle Morning? Hal Elrod was there. And it was a great, what's the first thing you guys do first thing in the morning? On your phone.
Oh,
That's
be
the worst thing.
grateful, be grateful.
Be grateful.
And walking and do my walk.
Yep. That's awesome. So he has 5 things that he recommended doing every morning. It's 6 practices. Number 1, spend 5 minutes in silence before you pick up your phone. Then he goes into affirmations, and he died for 8 minutes, survived that. Then he got cancer. And if you go to YouTube, there's a video of his story on there, and you see him doing his affirmations. He's now cancer free. He said, lying to yourself doesn't work. Affirm what you're committed to, affirm why it's important, affirm what actions need to be taken and when. Then he visualizes, exercise, reading, and then he calls it scribbling, but it's journaling. So he said, commit to the miracle morning, do a 30-day challenge. Do it every day for 30 days and see what changes in your life.
What's the name of the book, Lydia? Sorry.
Miracle. I just bought it on my iPad. I'll tell you the exact.
The Miracle Morning.
Miracle Morning. The not so obvious secret guarantee to transform your life before 8 a.m. So he was great. And then next thing, Ace came up. Bree Gossett. A lot of you guys, I know Luciano's met Bree. She talked a little bit, but they have an offer that I've given authority for you guys to have access to. So I'm going to share it on my screen here. Then I'll put the image in the chat so you guys can have it. So there's a guy, Mark Esteta. Luciano, have you heard of him before?
I have.
Okay. Well, Ace is teaming up with him. And for the people here, and she's given me authority to share it with you guys. If you scan this QR code, you'll discover your personality and you'll get training for free. This is about $150 value. So instead of I'm going to put the image there, but I'm also going to put it into the chat. So you guys have access to this. And then here's the image. So these guys have all, and then one thing she said was, though, you're going to raise your life up to the lowest of your limiting beliefs. So how important is to figure out what your limiting beliefs are?
Very.
Yeah. Because do you want anything to stop you? No. And then there was a Dr. Rewire, a lot of talk about their brains. He's coming out with a new book, The Four Brains of Money. And so that was that. Friday afternoon. So all this was Thursday night and Friday morning. It went until 9:00 last night, 9:30. And they had the DSA UK director spoke from video because it was their daughter's 18th birthday. And then she was talking about a lot of these people, AI was a very top topic in this whole weekend. And she said 57% abandoned purchase due to impersonal service. That's where network marketing comes in. She said, because the TikTok shops don't have the personal service, don't have that human touch. People want human touch. And the other thing she said is in-person meetings are what people are wanting community. They're wanting impersonal meetings. Why does it like the 21-day liver reset program? We have that community. That's why people love it, because it's the community. For the last over a year, we've been doing these Saturday morning huddles. Why do you guys like it? It's community. Because we all they say iron sharpens iron. We all help one another. And she said, trust is built biologically, not digitally. And then we had a new speaker, Debbie Neal, who spoke, resilience is our superpower. So last year we had a website, and then we had to go back to the old one. We became resilient with that. We stay through no matter what. When our products may be on back ordered, we're still here. And she was talking about people leaving the company she's in, and she's been in a company for over 30 years. And she said, when I see people leave, what I've noticed is 6 months prior, they stop working. So if you see someone in your team stop working, reach out to them and support them. And then this guy wrote this book, Power of Influence. And these are the 7 things that you need to do. Number 1, believe. Number 2, plug in. Plug in with your team. Plug in with your upline. Keep your downline plugged into you. Your story. Eddie's been a great job of trying to get us to tell our stories. Personal development, consistency, commitment, and focus. He says, too many people are like a ping pong ball in a windmill. This is going here and there, here and there, here and there. You're muted, Luciano.
Sorry, I'm hearing myself. I think you said it was 7 of them. So it was believe, plug in, story, personal development, consistency, focus, and what?
Committed.
Committed, the last one?
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
And you should just focus on, have these by your computer, and every day focus on these. And even with this story, what's coming out on Monday is Mannatech Intelligence. The presidential's got a view of it. Amanda, were you on the call? And Luciana, what do you guys think of what's Mannatech Intelligence?
Well, of course, it's incredible. There's no other word to say. It
Yeah.
just blows your mind.
And Tammy
make
did ask
sure-
me after the call, is there going to work on so it could be branded to be more like you? So when it comes up with the answers, it'll sound more like you. So that would be an added feature to it.
Mm. And also it makes your work so much less because you just ask a question and it gives you the answer pretty much.
Yeah. It's an AI just for Mannatech. And they had a CEO roundtable. And a lot of these CEOs that they had on there were field first, like Al, who then became a CEO. And then Julie Thornhill spoke, and she said, community is the new currency. Let me go back. Mary Wiley, Mannatech Intelligence. It's actually in Manago, but it's just a website that you could set up. You have to put in, it's only for associates, put in your account number, register, and it's yours. So, and there's no cost to it. And then try to go through some. There's a guy, Dan Debnam. I would marry him if he wasn't married because he's all into AI. And he said about 6 months ago, I got a really, really strange awareness as how many guys, he said, how many you guys chat with ChatGPT and you can have physical voice conversations with it. He forgot he was talking to AI. He says that was weird. Because right now, seeing is no longer believing. Because I'm still doing my videos. And my sister called me and she said, Lydia, you're looking so good. She didn't realize it wasn't. It was me because it's coming from my video and my voice. But that was kind of phenomenal to see. And then she said, there's things that AI is going to replace, and there's things that AI will not replace. It's going to replace coaching. There's actually an app coming out. It's not out yet. That it can be your network marketing coach, and it could do role plays with you to teach you how to talk to a prospect.
Actually, Lydia, there's one called My Upline Coach.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have the role play yet, but I'm sure they're going to have it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is wild. The next thing that's not going to replace it that it can help with is duplication. Activation. He says in Europe, 80% of new partners quit after 90 days. He said, I don't know what the stat is in US, but I'm going to similar is probably similar. How many of you guys have worked hard to get somebody signed up as a business builder, and in 90 days you don't know where they are? But here's what the AI cannot replace. It cannot replace recruiting. AI can help you find the people, help with messaging, but following up, people are not going to sign up by a chatbot. They want to talk to someone. The personal touch and live events are storming back. He said 82% of people prefer live over virtual. Those of us who went to ManaQuest, people love seeing one another again. The touch. And so what he said is, you must move faster in AI than your company.
Hmm.
And Mary Jo wrote, Mannatech is moving way too slow with this technology. But what Mannatech has created with marketing, with Mannatech Intelligence, that's a cool tool for us to use. They're stepping into it. And he said, get proficient, then bring your team with you, which is why next week, I'm going to do some trainings open to everybody on AI, on chat. I'm branding it to be like you, so you can start getting the results. And even how you can create your own GPT that makes things a lot easier for you. And then he actually told me about an AI that I could clone myself, and then people could ask questions. So I could clone Mary Jo and everything she knows. And so people could just go in there and type and ask questions and get answers. Then they had a panel Friday night, more in AI. Peter Grissom was supposed to be here, but I guess something happened. He wasn't here. And they were talking about how much has tech. Do you realize that this year the iPhone would no longer be a teenager?
Hmm.
19 years ago is when the iPhone was created. One guy said, here's what tech says. Here's what tech is for. And I think Brian will agree with this. Tech allows you to solve problems quicker and cheaper than before. It used to be in the past where people were paying thousands of dollars to get a website created.
My wife said something last night that got me thinking.
And you could create a website on chat now. We are almost done for the evening. Brittany Beck, she was talking about, everybody got a little pack of those fun little M&Ms. And she said, open them up. How many green M&Ms were in that bag? The green M&Ms represent the runners on your team. They're your go-getters. They are the Lucianos, the Mary Joes, the Amandas. They're who are out there working. The blue are your part-timers. Yellow are your referreds. Orange are your happy customers. And red are the no matter what. Our job is to sort and sift. Our job is to look for green. As Luciano says, we need 4 CEOs. If you guys had a business full of 4 Lucianos, wow.
I would quit.
And then Brian Carruthers.
More time on the beach.
More time on the beach. There you go. Then you have Brian Carruthers who spoke, a legend in our field. And he played the movie Braveheart. He says companies need their Bravehearts to get urgent with build mode. Mannatech needs us to become bravehearts, to build no matter what. He said, and companies need incentivized to build new to build new legs. And I think our company has with the rank up bonuses. That should incentivize people to build new legs. And then I would love that he said, no, find new blood, no poaching from other companies. And he says, people who come from other companies will leave when the next one comes along. And we've seen that. A leader who needs a deal doesn't deserve it. A company that needs to offer deals don't deserve you.
Okay, I want a non-smiling one too. Okay.
So he was awesome. Luciano, have you ever heard of Gloria Mayfield Banks speak?
No.
Oh my gosh. If you weren't excited before she spoke, you were excited after. But she was just amazing. And 10 things that she feels important to teach. How to make decisions, confidence, belief, skills, goals, image, passion, discipline and hustle, people and leadership skills, and short-term sacrifices. Sometimes we have to do a short-term sacrifice.
Mm.
Even Ross Marie talked about it when you're doing the 21-day liver reset. He said, you need to tell your family, this is what you're going to do. If you're doing a 90-day run, you get your buy-in from your family. And she came from a physical abuse background. And she said, physical violence did not stop her. What's your invisible or silent story that's stopping you? We all have that silent story inside. People who didn't believe in you, people who, her name is, people who didn't think you'll succeed at this. Gloria Mayfield Banks. And then we had this, Marcus said it was the last one who spoke last night. And he says, you need personal development. This is your foundation. Al talks about it. I think Luciana wasn't an Amway. They weren't a product company. They were a personal development company.
Well, pretty much. They had a system built inside the system.
Right. And they said, this is your absolute foundation. You want to be a leader? Leaders affect their environment. And leaders are never affected by other people's behavior. No matter what other people do, other people are not going to stop me. As Mary Jo wrote in here, we are in the personal development company hiding in nutrition. I'm going to end with this. Get rid of your negative emotions. Get rid of scared of contacting people. Just get on the other side of your comfort zone. Stop being afraid and go do the job. So
do that.
Pretty powerful stuff is all I have to say. I wish there was more Mannatech people here since it's in our backyard. But it was great. Do we have any questions?
Well, great job, Lydia. Interesting. Well, maybe it's also interesting. Sabine and I went to Joseph McClendon event in Amsterdam, and he is talking about the Toxic 10. And we did a training for our group, and it's so interesting if you know what's holding you back to go forward. So, but there's always shit in the world, huh? There's
Yeah,
always
there always
something
is.
happening. So, let's get over it, huh?
Yeah.
Thank
It's,
you
you know,
so much.
you're welcome. And you share that story and what you said, there's always shit in. So a year ago, I went to the Fort Worth stock show. We were just getting there. I think Juanita was in town. We were walking down the street where all the cows were to get into the building. What does Lydia do? I slip and I land in shit.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Fell down and got up, sat in a chair, and I sat there for 10 minutes just to recover. But I didn't let what happened ruin my day. I went on. So we always have things that happen to us. Don't let it stop you and go and have a great day. Go
Awesome.
ahead, Ann.
Lydia,
Yeah.
when you said that, and you asked, what did I do? My first thing was she took a photograph.
Nope. No photographs were taken in that one. Yeah. And no broken bones happened in it. So so that's kind of where things this morning was social media. So we'll have more tips. But definitely take advantage of the things that I gave you. I will put the link for both of those in our WhatsApp group along with this replay. So you could make sure you get your teams on it for
What
free.
WhatsApp? Am I on the WhatsApp group?
You are on the WhatsApp. It's the Wellness Advocate group.
Oh, okay. And if any new things happen between, it's not finished yet, right?
No, we have
Okay.
all day today and tomorrow morning.
So if you get any new specials or whatever they announce,
Yep,
you know.
I will. I'm definitely going to share them with you. I mean, we registered for this event because I do it at the end because they lower the prices at the end. $67 for us to attend.
Wow.
And I got a bag of books. One of the book alone I was going to buy before I saw it was in a bag. It was $28 on Amazon. So I got like 8 books. I'll send you a list of the books we got. I'll put them in there. So.
You know,
Right.
we attended, Tini and I attended one in the Netherlands, a direct selling congress. It totally changed my mind about direct selling. It was a game changer.
Awesome. Mary Jo just sends me a text message. The social media genius is on stage now. So I'm going to let you go so I can get some more social media genius. And we will see you later.
Awesome,
Thanks.
Lydia. Good job.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
See you guys.